Yo, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the YouTube. We gonna do something a little different. Uh, we gonna talk about a little bit of that vino, a little bit of wine, a little bit of wine culture. Not wine in particular, just about like the culture of wine, right? So let's say about 4 or 5 years ago, as y'all know, I've been in the wine industry for a long time, the alcohol industry a long time. Well, the wine industry now, damn alcohol. Um, 4 or 5 years ago, there was I would like to call maybe a genesis. I would say 5 years ago, 18. Maybe a genesis of wine resurgence. Maybe genesis is not correct word. It was a wine resurgence starting, right? And what I mean by this, what I know about this, is that the sweet wine category was resetting itself, right? Now you may say how the two and two go together, and I'll show you how these two and two go together. White Zinfandels back in the day used to be the king of wines. Like there was no White Zinfandel dominated everything, right? But as things slowly changed, this was like late 80s, 90s. And as things slowly changed, it got a little bit more mainstream as far as people drinking, higher end wine, better wine. Um, Wine used to be, what still is, in a lot of ways, a very snooty, fatooty, high booty type of thing. Um, but around 2017, 18, 19, in this area, there was what I would call it as a resurgence, a great reset, and that the white Zinfandel drinkers were no more, and it was Moscato time. So Moscato time means to me is that you got more people coming into wine, and they're starting at exactly where they're supposed to start, and that's the sweet phase. When you jump into wine, most people think, "Oh, it tastes bitter. Oh, it tastes like this." Or that's because your palate is not for that wine. Your palate evolves over time. Um, and that doesn't say like if you start drinking sweet wine, you and then you start drinking dry wine, you're gonna hate sweet wine. No, you just gain the palate because at some point, maybe that shit probably gonna get too sweet, and you went from drinking 3 glasses of this Moscato to now, I just need one, and this shit is very sweet. Um, So to me, that was a very exciting time for the industry because you're getting a ton of new drinkers. These new drinkers were, again, this is right before kind of the COVID deal kind of changed everything in alcohol industries in several different ways. But um you had these new drinkers swarming in. They were eager to learn, eager to jump in, and eager to help evolve. Seen a lot of people evolve themselves from Moscato, evolve themselves, and I don't mean this in a bad way, like it's good or bad way to go from Moscato or anything else. You drink what you want. I think everything is pretty equal. The old phrase, the best wine is the one you have at home or what's ever your glass. That's actually true. Whatever you want to drink is what you want to drink. Um, but this great resurgence was kind of to me was going to be another building block because the only real quote unquote real wine drinkers and wine purchasers were older folks, people who are now probably in their 60s, in their 70s, in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. Older white people, we can just call it that. It's a little mix. It's just like the country. It's about 80% white folks, and a lot of them have way too much wine. A lot of them have, how much wine can you drink when you're 62? And you ain't 42 drinking, a glass or I mean a bottle or two bottles. However, people used to binge or people still binge. You still know people who drink that damn much, but those people were kind of phasing out, and these new people were phasing in. Little did I know that these people phasing in were just there for a phase. Moscato was just a happening thing. It was on the TVs. It was here. It was in restaurants. It was popping. It was thing. So I seen some people jump up and start drinking dry reds, move on to dry reds. Some of them just disappeared in general. And how? it was how some of them disappeared, how it was helped is through COVID, right? So COVID changed a lot. Of course, COVID, you can't just walk in anywhere no more. Um, Restaurants were shut down. So I don't know if y'all know this. The country's basically fucking alcoholics at this point. The people, the drinking and driving, the DUIs, the alcoholic rates, the gambling rates, everything is skyrocketing. We're at degenerate levels right now. If y'all need to look that up, please look that up. We're at degeneration X levels um in the United States of America right now. So COVID did a lot. What COVID did is, a lot of people got to try new things out in restaurants. I noticed with like Argentina, for instance. Argentina is a very popular country in general, but when it comes to steakhouses, when it comes to any places that's serving a whole lot of that cow, a whole lot of meat, Argentina really shines brightest. But with these restaurants, you get people that get to try new wines, bring in new wines, and just have different experiences with the wine. That was dead. You also have bars. Bars closed, right? Bars like any bars, club, all that was closed too, right? So that forced a lot of people to just start making mixed drinks at home. So if you notice on your social media, everybody's a mixologist, drinkologist. It was kind of like that before, but it's really blew up because that's all you really could do for a certain amount of time. So this wine resurgence has turned to shit. In the last maybe 3 years, wine is as low in the country, as low as let alone not just the state in the country. Wine sales are alcohol sales are up, but that is mostly hard alcohol. Now, again, I said before, there's a couple different factors. One of the main factors, I think, is the most important factor, is that we now have a new customer base, and the new customer base for wine for spirits. Of course, you got the younger people, but there's a lot of these upper 20s. I would say millennials, mid 30s, lower 30s, upper 20s. You don't have as much money as maybe a previous generation have, or maybe you just don't have a lot of fucking money at all. $15, $20 carries you much longer buying a bottle of whiskey than it will a bottle of wine. And I think it's coming down to really the simple economics of things. And I kind of saw this more in 2020, 2021. Probably I would say early 2020 before COVID really started to ramp up. And the country was still open for whatever reason. January, February, a little bit of March. Well, Texas was open the entire fucking time. But $20 just carries a lot longer. You get a bottle of, let's say if you drink Jim Beam, you could probably get a half gallon of Jim Beam for like $18. Why would I spend $20 on a Pinot Noir? Why would I spend $20 on a Cabernet? And that's not saying wine don't have $3 wines or $4 wines, but just like a $4 liquor, that's not going to be of quality. It's going to taste like, it's most likely going to taste like ass, unless you just a super casual wine drinker that just like to drink a little wine with food. You just want a little alcohol buzz. You don't want to drink hard liquor. You just want something nice, cheap. It don't matter. That's perfectly fine too. Like I said, it don't matter. Whatever's in your glass is when you in your glass. But I feel like wine has devolved. I think like people only buy wine where I guess when they're in the grocery store sales are up. It's liquor store sales that are down for wine. For instance, grocery store sales are up in the country because if you in the grocery store, I mean, a lot of y'all grocery stores can't sell wine, but if you're in the grocery store, why not just get everything knocked out? Get my wine and my beer right now. Well, if I just drink beer, why don't I just get this 12 pack right here and go straight to the crib? Why would I shop, put all these groceries in my trunk and in my back seat, and then go to the liquor store for however minutes, leaving my stuff in the car? First of all, leaving my stuff in the car, leaving bags in the car is a no bueno either way. No matter who you is, where you at, leaving anything it don't matter if you got a bag of sugar in there. Somebody who want to break in your shit don't care if it's sugar. And also, if you got frozen goods, you know how long the line's gonna be, etc. You just want to get everything and go home. So the convenience factor really changes a lot. I think the fact that um to the $20 for a handle. Like I just started yesterday. A handle, 1.75 of Jim Beam is like $20. I would easily get that 10 times over 10 over just a $20 bottle of wine. First of all, this half gallon's gonna last me much, much longer. This wine got 4 days max. And who really takes 4 days to drink a bottle of wine? You really don't drink a glass. The first glass, you probably drink two glasses. Let's say if you chill out, you drink one glass, you chill. The flavor deteriorates. Of course, this is what happens when air hits it. So, um, I feel like nobody's really drinking wine right now. Y'all let me know in the comments. I've seen the sales in the country. I've seen the analytics, the trending sales, and everything in the country. And I don't see a spot for wine to recover. Unless there's another resurgence of some sort. I kind of saw it last year with like port sales, Taylor port sales, because Taylor Port went viral on the internet. It really brought in a lot of new drinkers who were heavy alcohol drinkers. That's what Moscato did. Moscato gave people a new avenue for wine, but they also were heavy alcohol drinkers. So they kind of wanted to take a break from the alcohol, the hard alcohol. But when COVID came, nigga, pass me that vodka. I understand it. It's tough times. You know, it's tough times. It's tough times for a lot of people. So I understand you saying fuck that. Pass me the vodka. I get it. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all wine drinkers, y'all beer drinkers, y'all spirit drinkers. You do a little bit of everything. Me, I got my moods. I will usually keep a bottle of some liquor in here just because I know it's just gonna last an infinite amount of time. I haven't had beer in a long time actually. I might just give me one of those juice IPAs. You never had a juice IPA? Jesus Christ. Uh, it's fucking wonderful. Let me know what y'all think. Um, I think the wine resurgence for wine is going to lead a lot of goddamn hell, and I don't really know what can help it. We already had the resurgence twice. Port sales have never been higher. The last, I'll say, 8 months. There's never been. Taylor Port probably made more money in 6 months than they made in 6 fucking years. Um, so that resurgence was for naught. Because a lot of people just went back to what they was doing. They're like, hey, this phase is over. They was mixing it with damn tequila anyway. People are crazy. And the Moscato phase is pretty much done. Moscato sales have dipped, dropped, and flipped. You still get some new drinkers that's coming in, but it's really not the same at all. If you've been inside any random liquor store, any random grocery store, you can kind of see what the people are gravitating to and what they want. And at the moment, I don't think this is the age group for wine. So we'll see how it go. I'll holler at y'all.